youths. CBN retains interest rate at 27.5%. Africa loses $90 billion annually to imported substandard fuel. Dangote. Peter Obi and his resumption bid. Of course, we brought you that's the leading headline on the front page of the Vanguard this morning. Drama at the Senate as Natasha security agents clash. Super Eagles goalkeeper Maduka Okoye banned 2 months for illegal betting. Kidnapping, poor healthcare, reconsider planned trip to Nigeria, US tells Citizen. CSO flags, Naira abuse by Abuja socialite, demand EFCC probe. 2027, Igbo youth threaten election boycott to demand Kanu's release. Kanu politician, Zaura advocates for non-kinetic approach to curb drug abuse, Togri. Those are the stories trending on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Any of those stories catch your attention, then you should grab yourself a copy of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard, we go to the Nation newspaper. The Nation calls this day Arise reports. Any of those stories catches your reactions and comments on any of the headlines. The number to call 0808-312-8611 this morning on its front page. It says Nigeria make an interesting read. I mean, you should go out and grab yourself a copy of the Daily Trust to get the full meat of the matter, or follow the podcast. Is justice being served in Nigeria? The matter, or follow the podcast. Is justice being served in Nigeria? And interest rate, entrepreneurs, the Daily Trust. And Senate approves Tinubu's $21 billion borrowing plan for 2025-2026. Lawmakers move to bar civil servants from using private schools, hospitals. Reps asks U.S. to restore 5-year visa for Nigeria. I don't know how that's going to work, especially now that the U.S. has raised a Amber Alert telling its citizens not to travel to Nigeria. Within poor health. Here we are. The House of Reps asking the U.S. to restore 5-year visa for Nigerians. U.S. to pull out of UNESCO. Yes, U.S. That's one of the big news on the international. Reunited with mother. How Ajibade Alonze fired Nigeria into WAFCON final. Nigerians can't eat GDP. ADC tells federal government. Senate approves Tinubu's on the Daily Trust this morning. Any of those stories catching your attention, tickle your fancy, get yourself a copy to the Guardian newspaper. One of my zoning new chairman. Suspend. Nigeria loses $18 billion to multinationals tax evasion yearly. MPC retains parameters as CBN says 8 banks have met new capitalization threshold. Other stories trending on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Harrowing tales of students in Taraba ailing public schools. How complicit judiciary, others crowd police cells with poor citizens. Reps indict 31 MDAs, tax EFCC, ICPC to recover 103.8 billion naira, approximately 950,000 US dollars. Africa losing over 90 billion as ECOWAS countries import 70% petrol. Those are the stories trending on the Guardian newspaper this morning. And you should, if any of those stories do catch your attention, then you should grab yourself a copy of the Guardian newspaper. And away from the Guardian, we go to This Day. And This Day leads with this headline: amidst efforts to contain price pressure, CBN retains all monetary policy parameters. Amid efforts to contain price pressure, CBN retains all monetary policy parameters. P&ID, I have struggled to accept what happened, says UK judge who overturned $11 billion award. Senate approves Tinubu's 21.5 billion US dollar global loan request. Those are some of the stories trending on this day, this morning. Also on this day, Dangote, Nigeria, other African countries losing 90 billion US dollars market opportunities to continued fuel imports. UN Sec-Gen Guterres predicts end of fossil fuel. Women empowerment, Lagos unveils roadmap to break barriers hindering development. And of course, Super Falcons beat South Africa to qualify for WAFCON final. And Natasha arrives National Assembly amid tight security. Nigeria's GDP grew by 3.13% in Q1. And of course, presidency. APC tackle ADC over Buhari's burial for political image laundering claim. Those are the stories trending on this day, this morning, Wednesday, the 23rd of July, 2025. And away from the front pages of our conventional newspapers, and let's go online. Let's see what the news blogs are saying, what's trending on Premium Times. We have a special report. Poor infrastructure, long distance hinder schooling in Abuja community. Interesting. Poor infrastructure, long distance hinder schooling in Abuja community. If you're a resident of the FCT, of course, that should catch your attention and that should tickle your fancy. Okpebholo, defiant, insists Peter Obi must inform him before entering Edo. NDLEA operative shot dead on duty. Osun PDP endorses Tinubu of APC for re-election in 2027. Reps indict 31 MDAs over 104 billion financial violation. Nigeria's Super Falcons defeat South Africa, qualify for Nations Cup final. And Senate approves external borrowing plan for 21.5 billion US dollars, approximately 757 billion Nigerian pension bond arrears. So that's those are the stories trending on the Premium Times. On the Daily Post, the Daily Post leads with this headline: LP counters Governor Okpebholo as CSOs obedient fume over Peter Obi's ban from Edo. The recent outburst by the Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo restricting the former governor of Anambra State Peter Obi from entering Edo State has elicited so much reaction. I may consider running for president in 2027, Dati Baba Ahmed. And of course, Naira continues depreciation against dollar after CBN fails to cut interest rate. Gunmen kill police sergeant, steal rifle, money in Edo. Security, Nigeria in safe hands, Tinubu reassures. Those are the stories trending on the Daily Post this morning. If any of those stories do tickle your fancy, of course, you should grab yourself, go online and get the details of any of those stories that catch your attention. Don't forget, the studio line is open for your engagement, reaction, and interaction. 0808 312 8618. That's the number, and of course, you get the opportunity to be part of the conversation. All right. Let's see. Was expecting my colleague Rufai Oseni to join me at some point to react to some of the stories trending, but sadly he has not been able to. We've not been able to make that connection this morning. But the phone lines are still open: 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. At the top of the hour, it will be the arena where we will get to, talk about some of the latest development, particularly looking at the drama that unfolded at the National Assembly yesterday when Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan tried to resume office and was barred by security men